Hey, welcome back to another episode of What is America Doing? I'm your host, the rest of the world, and they've absolutely lost the plot again. Americans with COVID are, instead of going to hospitals for treatment, are deciding to buy horse dewormer and consuming that. Incredible scenes.
So, this is the ivermectin that I'm about to use.
But it's also ivermectin, you can kind of see right there.
Nut here. You unlock it, bring it to your body weight.
No, I'm not joking. Americans are taking a drug called ivermectin, which is generally used for horses to deworm them. It kills a bunch of bacteria, but if humans take it in larger quantities, i.e. a quantity that is designed for a horse, they will shit and vomit themselves to death. But apparently this is less dangerous than taking any sort of scary jab. Right off the bat, I do want to clarify that there is a human-safe version of ivermectin. So sometimes you will see a celebrity getting exposed for taking horse dewormer, and then you'll find out that actually it was prescribed by a doctor and they're taking the human version. Now, a lot of these people are not taking the human version. They're actually specifically going out of their way to head to feed stores to take the horse version. Why? I'm not sure, but I can guarantee you that it was almost definitely because of some Facebook post or some Facebook group that your mum is definitely in. Please check her phone, monitor her internet privileges. The narrative about the internet has completely flipped, hasn't it? When the internet was new, everyone was saying you have to monitor what your children are doing online because if you don't, they could get themselves into dangerous situations. Now it's completely flipped and we have to monitor what our parents are doing online because if we don't monitor what they're getting up to, a Facebook post could lead to them storming the Capitol. Speaking of manipulating young people into attending dangerous events, my comedy tour is on sale now. loosebeers.com. We've moved all of the dates into the future. They're on sale now and I can't wait to see you there. We're doing them as COVID safe as we can and the jokes are very dark, very dangerous, just how you like it. Get them now. You might be wondering how real is this ivermectin thing? Like how many people are actually taking this? Well, I actually did some research and I hopped on Facebook, the boomer capital of the internet. I just searched ivermectin and I found literally hundreds of groups with thousands of members. This one's my favorite. It's ivermectin support group. Because if I was taking a horse product that made me shit myself and vomit at the same time while I also had COVID, I would need a support group too. I really like this one. The cover photo is Donald Trump with little angel wings coming out of what looks like the back of his head. The leader of the group is a woman called Candy Horton, who has a picture of a possum as her profile picture. So I would absolutely trust this bitch with my health. If you thought the Facebook group comment section was dumb, check out conservative TikTok. That is rural as fuck. We have this woman here taking the horse dewormer straight out of the syringe into her mouth and washing it down with a bit of water. Honestly, I'm a bit impressed that this woman is drinking water. I totally would have expected a horse dewormer and Mountain Dew combo in this clip. We have another TikTok that has hundreds of thousands of views of her showing off the ivermectin to the soundtrack of I Hope You See the Truth, which is really, really great. I hope that she sees the truth of the situation when she looks at the box of ivermectin and sees a fucking horse on the front. It's not a human. Are you a horse or a human? But the ivermectin community is a big fan of doing their own research. And here's a TikTok from a woman who has done her own research and actually, to her credit, did call poison control to ask them if she's allowed to take this stuff. If you listen to what she says, it's pretty clear that she didn't call poison control to ask if it was safe to take. She called poison control to prove other people wrong. And that's what medicine is all about, isn't it? It's not about becoming healthy, it's not about curing disease, it's about looking someone in the face and going, I can take medicines meant for animals without dying. Whether or not it cures my illness is yet to be seen, but I can take it without dying because I'm fucking resilient. It's like, clearly you're resilient. You look like you live off burgers and Diet Coke. You can survive anything.
It's actually made for humans to take many moons ago. They found out it also works in animals. And as long as you stay within your weight limit or...
Anyone who says many moons ago is a fucking caveman, all right? That's a caveman term for people with caveman brain. Many moons ago. Say year or month. If you say moons, I'm assuming you're a shaman. I don't trust you. Secondly, you know what else we prescribed many moons ago to pregnant women? Smoking. So I don't like that one as an argument.
I actually took enough for a 100-pound person, which probably wouldn't work for me, but I wanted to see how my body reacted before I took more.
Yeah, look, I'm just gonna go out there and say it. If you ever find your mum one day microdosing horse dewormer and planning to take even more if she doesn't die, it's time to take her phone and throw it in the fucking sea. This one's another favorite of mine. This is just a guy in a pickup truck with a giant billboard that he's definitely made himself that says ivermectin kills COVID-19. And look, I'm sure it does. You know, I'm sure that anything that is designed to kill worms that live inside a horse will also kill anything else, including you. You gotta feel sorry for poison control here. Like, this year has been a real bad year for poison control. They must have been fielding calls about bleach, and then they were fielding calls about whatever the fuck Trump was telling you to take. Too many syllables, I can't remember. I'm not that smart. I might take horse dewormer. I mean, can you imagine the type of calls they're getting today? Poison control, how can I help you today? Yeah, the horse stuff. Yes, you can have it. It's not gonna kill you. Just don't take too much. All right. It doesn't work, but no, you won't die. Yeah, all right. Thank you. Just once, I would like to talk to a mother whose baby has swallowed a battery. But not all ivermectin is created equally. There is an animal version, which is a lot cheaper than the human version. And I think this is probably a big reason why perhaps the animal version has become really popular, is because it's really expensive to go to a doctor in America. So maybe ivermectin does work. But all of these people are like, well, if I want to get the human version, I got to go to a doctor. That's going to cost me money. And then I have to pay more money for the human version. Fuck it. I'm just going to go to the pet store. And that's actually a point that's been brought up by Mother Jones, which is a left-wing publication saying that anyone making fun of people for taking ivermectin is classist. And that's where we are today. Only in America and Twitter can you go from, in 24 hours, to one bitch going, oh, I'm thinking about taking horse dewormer, to the FDA going, hey, please stop taking animal medicines, to feminists going, hey, if you criticize people for taking horse medicine, you hate poor people. After watching all of this, you might be thinking, surely no reasonable person will be taking this stuff. Well, today, Mr. Joe Rogan, famous podcaster and comedian and very nice guy when I met him, has announced that he's been taking ivermectin after he got COVID on his Instagram story, along with a list of 35 to 47,000 other medications that he's taking too.
So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything.
And I love this clip from Joe because I have no idea what the fuck he just said. Like, being Joe's doctor must be the most lucrative position in America. Like, the man is just pumping whatever he can get through his body. I reckon Joe Rogan is either gonna live to 35,000 years old or one day spontaneously combust. There's gonna be no in between. I really like how Joe just sneaks ivermectin in there, like in amongst all of the normal medications he's taken. He just snuck ivermectin in there. I really like that. In fact, that's how I'm going to be announcing any crazy medicines that I've been taking. I'm just going to list off a bunch of normal ones and then throw a few wild cards in there while I'm at it.
Hey, bad news, guys. I actually fell over and scraped my knee. So I'm throwing the kitchen sink at it. I'm using disinfectant. I'm using Band-Aids. I'm taking heroin. I'm using a bandage. And after that, I'll have a little lollipop to make myself feel better.
But this just goes to show that America is an insane place, and it's so big that people are crazy enough to try anything. I mean, this is just a perfect example of something that would just never, ever happen in Australia. Until this morning. A Sydney COVID patient overdosed on ivermectin, and we cannot stress this enough, don't do this. Another great headline from esteemed journalist organisation pedestrian.com. Ivermectin is an anti-parasitic drug that can be used to treat things like roundworm and scabies, and those two things are like a real indicator of the type of person who would even know about ivermectin. Like, I really think the type of person who would know that ivermectin is a thing that you can ingest seems to be the type of person that would maybe regularly get roundworm and scabies. Just a little food for thought. Maybe don't listen to the guy who regularly has roundworm. Oh no, this is just, I hate that this shit has made its way to Australian shores. The Guardian reports that Australian pharmacists have seen a recent surge in interest in ivermectin from people who refuse to say what condition they're trying to treat. Hey mate, what can I get you today? Hey mate, I'm looking for some ivermectin. Ivermectin, right. And why do you need that? Q sent me. All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't take this stuff unless prescribed by a doctor. And even then, try not to take the stuff that's meant for horses. Can we do that? I'm Lewis Spears. My tour is on sale now. LewisSpears.com for all of the updated dates. I've moved a bunch of shows to in the future. Brisbane is coming up in 2 weeks. I can't wait to see you there. So is Gold Coast. And yeah, I can't wait, man. Alpha Energy merch restock just happened. So did the Death Threats Don't Scare Me merch drop. If you want to grab my stuff, it'd be greatly appreciated because I just moved interstate to escape COVID and people who want to take ivermectin. All right. Thank you very much. I'm Lewis Spears. Subscribe, and I'll see you in a couple days.
Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt.